So you want to start selling on Amazon. So what do you actually need to get started and sell on Amazon? So if you want to start selling products like this, or if you wanted to start selling products like this, or if you wanted to sell beautiful products like this. My name is Vik JC, and on this channel you'll learn how to start and grow an income so you can start living that passive income lifestyle. So in this video you're going to learn the 4 things that you need to know to start selling on Amazon. Now you may or may not understand the process of how an Amazon business actually works. Now if you do want to find out a little bit more detail around that, make sure you click on the video. I think it's in this section over here. Make sure you click on that video and watch that video now before you watch this one, and then come back over here and watch the 4 things that you actually need. And I'm going to start off with the tools that you need, how much money you need, and the 2 other key pieces of information that you need to get started. Now the first thing that you're going to need is a product research tool. What is a product research tool? It is a tool that scans Amazon's database based on your criteria. So whether you want to find products that are selling for more than $20, $30, $40, and you want to sell that product, and you want to know whether there's a high demand for that product, and you want to know that there's low competition, these tools will scan the whole of Amazon's database so you can find the perfect product for yourself, and then you can start selling that specific product on Amazon. If you were to do this manually yourself, which I have done in the past, it can take hours to months. Now, don't get me wrong, it may take you some of that time using a product research tool, but you will be much faster than doing it manually. So a product research tool is absolutely vital to starting an Amazon business and start selling online and making money so you can build that passive income lifestyle. Now I'm going to quickly jump into the laptop and then come back here so I can show you a couple of tools, and I've got some discounts for you, just for you today, and I'll put some links in the description so you can use those. Let's quickly jump into the laptop. So you don't want to be that person that fondles around on Amazon.com clicking on things here and there to try and find out which product they should sell without actually knowing whether it's selling or not. We always use data. There is a formula, there is a step-by-step process to this. And like I said, you need a product research tool that is going to scan the whole of Amazon's database to let you know which product you should be selling. So you don't start at Amazon.com. You head over to a product research tool like Helium 10. This is the one I use and love and stand by to find all of my products to sell on Amazon, and is the product research tool that I recommend to all of my students. So what you're seeing on the page might look a little bit complex to you to begin with, but once you get used to it, once you're watching some of these tutorials or you actually start a program, then you will actually get used to how to use all of this stuff. And don't forget, you've also got videos by my friend Bradley over here at Helium 10, who is able to help you use all of these tools. Now, this is the product research tool that we would use to begin with, but really and truly you need all of these tools that are available to you in this all-in-one package for Helium 10. It also provides you an analysis of profit. You can also put your own list, and there's other tools available as well. So you've got Helium 10 profits as well, and you've also got the email follow-up tool to help you launch and grab some awesome reviews. So there's so much you can do here. There is the Amazon product research tool, like I mentioned, you need to actually start getting to get started to sell on Amazon. You also have the keyword research tool. You have a reverse ASIN where you can check what your competitors are doing and then use that information against them to beat your competitors. There is also a keyword processor, a listing optimizer, a index checker, keyword tracker. There's so much stuff here that you can use so you can make sure that you're getting the best out of selling on Amazon, and this makes it super easy for you. So you need the black box tool to do the product research part. Now, if you do want to get this product and you are considering getting it, make sure you use the coupon code, and I'll put it in the description below. But let me quickly show you black box for 2 seconds. So I want to just quickly show you what is available out there and how quickly you can find products. So I put in a search criteria of 10,000 minimum of monthly revenue because we want to make sure we make some good money. We've put in a low price of $22. You want to make sure you make a decent profit, a review count of a maximum of 50, because we want to check people who are selling products who are very new to the market and making a decent amount of money. So once I hit the search button, all of this stuff came up. There's so much over here. So as you can see, There's tons of stuff that you can look into and start selling. So for example, let's take this thing over here. This is some sort of paper crafts, multicolor thing for arts, craft and sewing. And they're making $14,500 every single month. And they've only got one review. So they're doing really, really well. They've also got other things here as well. So this is a baby burp bib, Jurassic. And they are making $12,716 a month. If you move down over here, someone else is making 10,000, 10,000. Look, someone over here is making 75,000, 38,000 over here. So this is portable light box, ultra thin drawing tracing light pad box tracer, something or the other, with a USB power of some sort. I don't know exactly what it is, but you can see that they're making tons of money over here. And you can always alter all of the search criteria to find the product that you're looking for. Now, if you want 50% off, make sure you use the discount code Vik JC 50. I'll put a link in the description to take you to this page so you can claim your discount. If you want 10% off for life for every month, then you just use the code Vik JC 10. But head over to this page with that link in the description, click on claim my discount, and it will tell you exactly how you can get your discount code. Now, I'm also going to put a link to a free resource that would be really useful to you. And it's a resource on how to sell in unsaturated markets in 2019. How to sell in unsaturated markets in 2019. And I'm going to give you that link so you can go and register your spot and you can learn a little bit more on how to sell in these unsaturated markets. And like I mentioned, my friend Bradley Sutton, who is on this channel as well, and I'm going to get him onto another video very, very soon on how to use some other parts of helium-10. So if you do want to get that, make sure you head over to the link that I put in the description so you can grab your discount for this product. Now, there are other product research tools out there which I have used in the past, like Jungle Scout. However, this is the tool that I use now and is the only one that I recommend. Jungle Scout will get you the products that you want as well. This is my preferred tool. Make sure you check it out. So consider taking a look. So you now know the product research tool that you need. Well, the second thing you're going to need is money. You do have to have a small to medium investment, depending on how you look at money. You're going to need some level of investment to put into the business so you can actually get started, so you can go and buy your products, so you can get the tools that you need, so you can get selling quickly and make money fast. So how much money do you actually need? Well, there's going to be a ton of people telling you loads of different things on how much money you actually need. Some people will say you might need $50. You can get $50 and get started. That's not entirely true. You might need $5,000. That's not entirely true as well. I'm going to give you the range that you need, and if you were to take this amount of money, what you could actually do with it. Well, with a smaller amount of money, you will make a smaller amount of profit and you'll get less experience. However, the more important part is that you will get experience if you have a smaller amount of money. If you have a larger amount of money, then it is more likely that you're able to invest in more stock and replenish your stock much faster without having to wait for the money to actually come back into your account and then order more products after that. So either way, both of these ends and the range that I'm about to give you are really good for you to get started and sell on Amazon. It's experience that's more important. Now, I want to quickly jump into the laptop so I can give you an example as to why you need a small amount and what you could do with a small amount, and why you'd probably need a larger amount at a later date, which you could build up to. Well, it's entirely down to you, your risk reward situation, what you think is best for you, but you decide after this. Let's quickly jump into the laptop now again. So what we're going to do here is a $400 example and a $4,000 example, and I want you to understand why it's better to have more money so you can get started than less money, but also why it's most important to just have some money to get started, to get some experience. So let's start off with a $400 example. So the first thing we're going to consider is how much it actually costs to buy our product, get it shipped over and get started. So let's say, for example, we bought a really cheap product. We found it at a really good cost. Let's say it's about 50 cents a unit, and then you also have to ship it over, you have to pay for inspection and the import taxes, etc. All inclusive comes to about, let's say, $2 per unit. So you're buying every unit for $2, landed in the US in Amazon's warehouse.
Right, let's say you decided to buy 200 units because with $400 you can buy 200 units, right? Well, the total cost of that would equal this times the amount of units bought, which equals a value. Right, we know it's $400, let's put it down as $400, right? So that's going to cost you $400 to buy your product. Now you've got 200 units in stock. Let's say you take, in your first month, you sell 100 units as a worst case scenario. You sell 100 units, that means it takes you 2 months to sell all of your 200 units. So every month you sold 100 units for the first 2 months. It only takes 2 months to sell those 200 units. Now that's the good thing about selling on Amazon, is that you can get some experience with just $400, get started, and you can find out whether you're going to be profitable, whether you're going to do well or not. But it's likely that with some sort of program that you're going to do really well. So it takes you 2 months to sell that product. However, you're now out of stock. After the second month, you're out of stock and you have no more product to actually sell. You now have to go back to your supplier and order more stock. So you have to wait until you sell all of your products before you order more. Now consider this, it could take anything from 1 to about 3 months. Let's be realistic here, 2 to 3 months to actually get your product as soon as you've ordered, to get it into stock. Now you're out of stock, you have to wait 2 to 3 months to get more stock. So you have to wait for the $400 to come back to actually go and reinvest and buy more stock so you can continue making that money. Now let's take the example of $4,000. Let's say, for example, that it's, again, $2 a unit. And let's say this time you decided to buy 400. Now that's costing you around the $800 mark, right? Cool. And let's also say that let's go for the same scenario. Let's say that you bought 400 units over here and you sold 100 units a month. Now that should take you, let's see, formula's right, yep, 4 months to sell all of your products. And that should be more than enough time for you to not have to wait for this $800 to come back into your bank account and use the rest of what's left of that $4,000. Now, the other benefit of having more money to actually start your business is that you could buy a slightly more expensive product at $4 per unit, buy 400 units, for example, and that turns into $1,600 if my calculations are correct, hopefully. Turns into $1,600. Now, again, if you only sell 100 every single month, you've got 400 in stock, it takes you 4 months to sell, and you still have money left over to restock your product. And you still have some change as well to restock your product. And that's why I say it's better to have the $4,000 if you have it. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. I would strongly recommend that you take, I would say, a minimum of $500 to be realistic to get started and jump into Amazon FBA and start selling your product and get that experience. You'd rather run out of stock and have the experience rather than sitting there and doing nothing and not trying anything at all. So I would say a minimum of $500 to get started out. Ideally, you'd want about $3,000 to get started. If you have $5,000, then great, you have some breathing space. You don't need to use all the money. Like I said, you will need that money to restock, so you don't have to wait for your money to come back in your account. You can restock. And so as soon as you go out of stock, you'll have more stock coming straight in, and it will continue like a cycle, and you'll build more money. And as you take out profits as well, you'll be able to put that into the business, or you'll be able to put that into your bank account. So hopefully that helps out on exactly how much you need to start selling on Amazon. You do need some money to start selling on Amazon, and I would recommend between $500 and $5,000. Ideally, around the $3,000 mark is a good start, but you can start with $500 if you're really strapped for cash. I really hope that made sense. If it didn't, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try and make a much better video for you.
So now you understand what product research tool you actually need. You understand how much money you actually need. So remember, it's between $500, I would say, and between $5,000. So $500 to $5,000. It's entirely up to you. Whichever you decide to go for, anything in between, it's entirely down to you. I personally started off with around $3,000 and invested that into my business and grew it massively. But I've also tested products starting off with $500 and made that profitable too. Now, what is the third thing that you need? Well, the third thing that you will need is a mentor, a tutor, or guide, or a coach of some sort. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go and pay for something or pay for a coach to go and help you. It is beneficial, but I'll talk about that in a second. So you can find somebody like me on YouTube and learn everything you could possibly learn on YouTube from there. You can even go to some websites that will give you some information that will help you to get started. Now, if you've got some money available, I would strongly recommend that you take some sort of program or some sort of course where you're actually able to get in touch with the course or program creator so you can get that one-to-one support. And that has some level of a community where you can ask other people who are in similar situations questions that you might come up with. Now, you will need that one-to-one support so you're able to ask your specific question that's related to your specific product, because you wouldn't want to reveal your product to anybody else in the community. Well, you can talk about that product to your mentor or your coach or whoever you've got that one-to-one support with. So I'd strongly always recommend getting that support. You will build your business much faster and you'll get your answers, your questions answered much quicker. And I promise you, your coach, mentor, or whatever you want to call that person will be able to spot those costly mistakes that you might start making. You remember, you don't want to start investing your hard-earned $500 or up to $5,000 in a product that is not going to sell. You want to make sure that you have somebody there to bounce some of this stuff off so you know exactly how you can go about picking that product, making sure it's the right product, making sure it's profitable, making sure you're getting the right supplier and the right prices so you can actually check whether you're going to make a decent amount of profit with it and support you in launching your product and then growing that business. So if you don't have the money to do this, don't worry, just learn as much as you can off of YouTube and then start your business. If you want to save up money, you can save up money, get onto a program or a course where you get that one-to-one support and then launch your business. And the fourth and final thing, which is the absolute most important thing in my opinion, it's the most untalked about one, which is to take action every single day. Now, take action could mean a number of different things, but it's about learning new things every single day, putting things into place and taking action with those things, like starting an Amazon business or opening up an Amazon Seller Central account or signing up to a product research tool and getting started as soon as possible. The longer you take, the longer it will take for you to have some success. Now remember, there's going to be some failures along the journey, but that's part of the success journey. That's part of the success formula. You need to have failures as you go along. To minimize those, you have your coach, you have your mentor, but you will have some failures along the way. But the quicker you take action, the quicker you'll have those failures, and the quicker you can overcome those, get over those, and actually start making a successful, profitable business. So make sure you continue to learn every day and take action every day. Now here's a quick word from our sponsor.
So you want to dive deep. Who am I kidding? I can't sit like this. There we go. It's more comfortable.
So if you're thinking about selling on Amazon, or you're just in your product research stage and really finding it a struggle to find a product and wanting to know whether your product is profitable or not, consider joining the FBA Stars program, where I take you through right from start to finish a step-by-step, over-the-shoulder program on exactly how to start selling on Amazon. So I show you right from the start on how to set up your Amazon Seller Central account, how to do product research, and some real in-depth techniques on how to add value to those products so you're adding value to customers and you're not just selling the exact same thing as everybody else. I'll take you through exactly how to get the best suppliers and the best prices from the suppliers, and I'll also give you some free templates that I use every single time I contact new suppliers so you can get those best suppliers and the best prices for your specific product. Then I'm going to take you through a profit analysis, and we're going to make sure that all the costs that we have are in the profit analysis sheet, including finding a company to ship your products from China to the USA as seamlessly as possible. Then we're going to make sure that you've got an amazing product packaging and brand, and we're going to make sure you have a phenomenal listings so when people come onto Amazon and they type into the search the product that they're looking for, which would be your product, you are the one that is found. And we're going to make sure that you get ranked to the top with that specific listing. So we're gonna have amazing images for you, and I'm gonna give you all of the suppliers and the people that I personally use for my business and my products so you can launch really fast. And then we're gonna go into a launch plan to make sure you hit that first page for your specific keyword. And not forgetting, I am there to support you. So I want to make sure that I am there to support you on a one-to-one basis. I want to work with you to make sure you start making money. I've already helped tons of people get their products online and start that profitable business. And if that's not enough, I've also thrown in some bonuses of how to create some Facebook ads and Google ads, which you will unlikely need, but it's there for you to grow and to learn, just so you know how all of this stuff works. Remember those 3 biggest platforms, which will be Google, Amazon, and Facebook. I want to make sure that you have everything you need to make sure you start your business off on the right foot. So consider taking the FBA Stars course. Head over right now to FBAstars.com. I've also put a link in the description for you so you can go and check that out now. If you have any questions, make sure you comment in the section below and I will be sure to answer your question. I will see you on the inside.